Okay, so on this tutorial, on this part of the tutorial, I want to share with you how to kickstart the slides from a very fresh slide and see how you can customize and see how you can develop your own slide to kind of make sense and create something meaningful that can easily attract your audience, or you can use it to entice your audience. So all you need to do is to start by coming to files over here and click on new project, and then you can come to blank presentation and click start from a blank presentation. So usually you have to click to add a title and click to add subtitle over here. And one of the things I want to share with you is for you to start, before I start, I just delete anything I see over here. You just select and delete, so you don't have anything. This is a fresh page, and you're free to check on the design ideas over here, so you can design your slide template accordingly. So you can check the ideas from here. If you don't want, you can skip scrolling. If you come to the end, you can click to see more ideas and to browse to show you more ideas, just like so. And once you see anyone that you like, you can easily click and you can see it just showing as your own background, and you can put in your text accordingly, or you can take this one depending on what you want. But then at this point for this tutorial, let's see how we can develop a fresh slide and then use the design ideas to make it as simple as we can. Okay, so to understand this very much better, let's try to work on an existing slide. For example, I have been given this slide. This is just an example of a slide to transform it into modern slide and a very excellent slide for presentation. So for what you need to look is, let's just try to go through the slide and see how dry it is, and then how we can transform it into something much better. So this is the first page. This is the second page. This is the second page. You can see how wordy it is. This is the third page. This is the fourth page. This is the fifth page. This is the sixth page, and so on. All right. So you can move around to see all the pages up to the last page. You can see how wordy and too texty it is. Okay, so you can see the entire thing and the conclusion. Now let me show you the transformation, and then we can look at how we did all this. This is kind of too plain, but then let me show you the transformation. This is how it's been transformed from this. To this. Okay, so let's try to work on it and see how we can make it much better. So the first thing we need to look is the plainness of the whole entire thing. So we need to give it a theme. Okay, we need to design the theme, we need to design the template, so we need to design the slide so that it looks much better. So the first thing that we can do with one click to change the entire slide into something much better is to come to slide design over here, and we'll click on design. Okay, and you can come over here and see series of designs. Okay, so you can see them over here. You can see office, and as you hover over each design, you will see the preview down here. You can see the preview to this one, you can see the preview to this very one, you can see the preview to this one, you can see the preview to this very one, and you just try to go through the preview, and this is what is going to be on all the other slides. Okay, it's going to customize it to all the slides to look much better and professional. So you can try to have a better look. Let me try to minimize this so that you can have a better look at how the entire thing is going to look like. Okay, so as you hover over the preview, you can see it. You can see the preview and you can see sample preview and how the entire thing is changing and what is going to be the result after you just click. The entire slides are going to be converted into this. So you're free to just go through and see which one works better for you, which format or which theme works better for you. You can browse for other themes as well. You can save a current theme for your own particular subsequent usage. But for this tutorial, for this one that we've just created, we use this very theme, okay, called the Wisp. I think it's kind of cool. So once you hit on it, it's going to transform the whole slide into this very theme. Okay, you can see now it has changed the entire slide into this very slide. So later I will talk about design ideas, but for now let's try to close it. So you can see the transformation. Just with one click, it has given the slide some meaning. Okay, so the next thing is to come back to the home tab, and you would like to give this text a colorful look so that it can appear different and sound. So let's work on the text. You can see each of the text is enclosed within the text box. So once you select on it, we just click on it, we can double click and we can come over here and just change the text coloration to something much better. For example, we can go with this text as we have in the other one, and you can come over here. Once you double click on the text box, you can come to shape format, and you can come down to text fill, text effect. Okay, you can click on text effect, you can come to shadow effect, and you can just keep moving around and see the different effects that you can get from this. This is some glowing outside, and it's going to give it some professional look. Okay, so you can see as you hover over it, you can see the effect it's going to give. For example, we can go with this one. I think it kind of looks fantastic. You can just imagine, just take a look at how it is, and we can decide to take this. Okay, so you can just position it again, and then you can do the same for this one. Just click on the text box, or you can click on this one, select it, and come back to the home tab, and then you can use this format painter. Just click on it, and it's going to copy the effects or all the changes here and paste it over here. So once you click, you can see with just one click it has transformed everything. Okay, so this is going to be a presentation of this by this guy, and you can put the address over here if you want. Okay, so you can see the address very easily, and you can see the other pages also had been transformed into that particular one. Okay, so the next thing we need to do to give more meaning to this as well is to try to summarize the entire content. So this is going to be an introduction, so we just select it and make it a heading. We can copy the content from here using the format painter. You just select and then select it over here, and you can come back to that page and just click on it, and you can see it has been transformed. You can just bring it over here. We remove this one, so you can select on it. You can increase or decrease the size accordingly. So let's say we increase the size, and then we have this one. Let's say this is going to be the background. We just select it, cut it, and then paste it over here, and we can move it up as a key message. So you can do the same, select this and use the format painter and paste it. Okay, this is background of the study. You may decide to use it. This is the introduction, and this is sub introduction, which is background of the study. So what we want to talk about is Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is growing into a city. So we can take this as a concept. We just cut it and we can paste it out, and you can just rearrange it. You can bring this down a little bit, so you can rearrange this. You can give it bring it to a place. You can increase the size, and you can centralize it if you want. You can see it has been centralized, and you may want to give it some different coloration to the other one, so that it can bring in more meaning. You can bring in more meaning to it. So let's say we can navigate to give it a very different color. So let's say we give it this color, and we can bold it. Okay, we can bold this, and we can make sure it's visible. You can see it. Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is changing into this. So we want to have just two bullet points. Okay, so we may want to just summarize this. We have 2 bullet points. The first point is just cut and paste, and then we can move this one as well, and then we can have it as a second point. So just select it and cut it also and paste it out, and then we can just rearrange it. So we can take this to the next slide. So what we need to do actually is to kind of right click on this and say duplicate slide. So we need to do away with this, so we can select it and delete it, and then we can now say we have 2 bullet points. We can delete this one as well. Now say we have 2 bullet points. We can capitalize the beginning, and we can have this one. So we have 2 points. The first is this one, the second is this. So let's try to select both of them with the shift key and try to give it some bulleting. Okay, so we can give this some bulleting. For example, we can use this, and we can give it some coloration also to fit in very well, right? We can make it, leave it at black, and let's see, we have this. So now we have 2 points, okay, first and second point, and the main point is this one. So we like to bring in some text, so especially in regards to providing electrical energy and security. So let's say providing electrical energy and security. Okay, so we can delete up to this. Providing electrical energy and security. So what we need to do, what we need to pay attention is, while we are summarizing the concept, we can always use our presenter notes. Okay, so you can see notes down here. Once you click, you can use this to minimize, and you can see the places where you can add notes, whatever you don't want, maybe to, because the slides, the aim is to make it less wordy, so you can pick in all the unnecessary words and put them here. So in cases when you want to refer back, you can always see what it means or what you are referring to during your presentation. Assuming you want to put in something, for example, introduction. So maybe you want to talk about the history of the airport. Okay, so this is presenter notes. Maybe later I will show you how you can see it. Then the problem, for example, these are 2 things that you've just shown. So you can keep any notes or anything that you may not want people to see on the presenter notes. Okay, so the presenters or the listeners will not have access to this note. They will not see it when you are referring to it. Okay, so now we've started to bring our slides into shape. We have the so let me show you what it means when you are presenting. Once you enter the presenter mode, once you kickstart the presentation, you can just right click and you come to show presenter view, and your audience will only have access to this, while you can have access to this note that you've just written. Okay, so later I will show you in detail what you can do with presenter mode, because it gives you an idea of what is coming up and an idea of some of the keynotes that can help you explain the slides much better. Okay, so we are back to the slide. So what we need to do is to import some images that are relevant to this airport and are relevant to creating challenges in operating sustainably or providing electrical energy security in the airport. So we need to bring in 2 images. So how do we do that? From this slide, we can just come to insert over here, and we can come to, now we want to insert a picture. So we can come to insert pictures from here. We can just click, and we're going to insert the picture from this device. So we just click on this device, and it will take us to wherever we save those pictures. Assuming I save all the pictures over here, and I need to pick at least 3 of them. This first, this is the second, and this is the third one. And I just select insert, and it brings in all the pictures. So all I need to do is to make sure I arrange them accordingly. Okay, you can see this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So you can rearrange them accordingly to make sure that they fit in the right way. So assuming this first flight is going to come in, and then we have the second one, which is showcasing the airport sustainability. Okay, to have many trends in the airport. And then we have so this is going to come in and cover the first one, and then we have the last one, which is going to talk about the electrical security, okay, which is the main problem of the airport. So this is going to come in as the last one. Okay, so you can do the same for all the other slides. Summarize the content first, put in whatever you don't need in the slide notes, and then you can rearrange them like this, and then you can bring in notes. You can bring in pictures or images that can align with the content. Okay, so after you've pasted everything, for example, you rearrange this one and paste everything, arrange this one and paste everything. You can rearrange this one into points and paste everything. So your slides is going to look like something like this. It's going to look like something like this after you brought in all the images. You can see them just like we've arranged. You can have something like this. This is the second one. You can see them over here. Okay, just like so, and you can see the next ones over here just like so. You can see them. Okay, so in the next class I'm going to show you how to kind of put in everything and put them into animation so that they can bring in more meaning in cases when you are trying to deliver the presentation. So but for now, this is how to arrange them to bring in all the images. Okay, you have to search for the images relevant to your content and you can just easily bring them in. Okay, so let's try to see how to animate all of them to make more meaning.